One of the problems people have, in my opinion, that actually is preventing them from growing in different facets of their life is the fact that people in general have a big problem looking at themselves and criticizing whatever that they're doing is wrong. For example, I used to be aware that I used to have bad habits. I used to have horrendous sleeping habits, like really so bad that it was affecting my health, my mental health, my physical health so bad. And I actually felt that there was no escape, but that was due to many false beliefs and my deteriorating mental health. I used to have horrendous eating habits, binging on disgusting amounts of food that I was just binging away due to emotional stress and all of these things. I used to have bad gaming habits. I used to have bad social media habits. And these things were all things that were preventing me from actually living a fulfilled and nice life and building healthy habits. But what I understood from very early, that even though it hurt to look at myself and understand and know deep from within that what I was doing was bad, I could recognize that. And I think that's actually what helped me kind of move through all of these bad habits and actually building a fulfilled life in which I have a, alhamdulillah, good household, alhamdulillah, good marriage, amazing relationship with my parents, and all of these other things that I'm really grateful for. And one of the things that allowed me to actually reach this point is that I could look at myself and be very honest without coping, because the way people very often treat themselves and their bad habits is just, yeah, well, I'm doing this because of this reason, and don't forget, oh yeah, remember that reason also. That particular thing, you coping about why you do certain bad habits, that's exactly the thing also that is preventing you from breaking these bad habits or creating healthy ones. Start being honest with yourself. Start understanding and realizing that whatever you're doing and whatever results you get from that, it's your fault. I used to understand as a young kid, and I must have been like 16, 17, and it took me a long time actually to break these bad habits. And I made many mistakes along the way, and that's completely fine because I learned a lot from that, and it gave me the opportunity to also share that to others, in which I know many people are in the same situation. I was doing the bad habits, and therefore I deserved the bad results I got from those bad habits. If you perform a certain habit and you know that it's damaging to you because of the way it makes you feel, because the direct or indirect effects it has, or that you can see, that's completely, entirely your fault. You cannot blame anybody else for that. And I was pretty quick to understand this. It still felt horrible because I literally felt like I couldn't change, and I literally felt like I couldn't get out of these bad habits. But that's for another video. That's because of many false beliefs and not having any confidence. But I understood that whatever bad feelings, bad results, indirect, direct I was getting from these things, it was my fault because I was the one performing them. So don't cry over the negative results that you get from your own negative behavior. Many people, when they look at their lives and they look at themselves, why are they struggling to be honest with themselves and not cope? Because it hurts. It's not nice to look at yourself and name things that these are things that are actually very bad. These are things that I would love to change, but I'm not changing because of either false beliefs or not enough confidence, or it hurts. It's not nice to think about. So therefore, we keep doing the bad habits. We keep staying in the comfort zone. We keep doing all of these things to kind of try to override the negative feelings, when that is exactly the thing giving you an unfulfilled and unpurposeful, like a life that's not purposeful. If more people started to understand the concept of actually looking at yourself, not in a hateful way, and also not in a too critical way to the point where you give yourself so high standard that you cannot kind of meet them. No, just looking at a way of yourself, okay, this is who I am. this is my character, my personality, this is how that's affecting me, other people around me, these are my habits that I perform on a daily basis, this is how it affects me, people around me. If more people could comprehend that this is actually a thing that will allow you to progress forward, I think many people wouldn't struggle with the things that they're struggling with now. The thing is that it's very easy that when you do something, it's very easy to blame something else. And human beings are like this. When we get corrected, for example, when we get spoken to in a way that we perceive as more negative, it's very easy to say, well, yeah, that's because of this and this reason. Like, no. Try in your life, try to make a certain mind shift of, okay, before I start to immediately make an excuse, how can I be honest with myself and other people and acknowledge that, okay, whatever I'm doing, yes, I can see that it has a bad effect on either me or other people or both. And the reason why I felt like I should share this is because this is where actually it starts for you to this gives you an opportunity, a certain window to actually start changing your bad habits. How can you fix something if you don't know it's broken? It makes sense. If you don't know something is broken by you either ignoring it or by you actually not realizing it, which I don't know how that could happen, but it happens, then you will never start to fix it, of course, because you will have no intrinsic or external motivation to start fixing it, because you seem to think that there's nothing wrong. Again, this is if you start to realize that if you were to focus your attention and if you were to focus your attention a bit more on learning what it is to be introspective, retrospective, and to kind of self-reflect, you will start to understand that this is actually where change can come from, and this is kind of the starting point where you can allow for your bad habits to be turned into good habits. But that's only if you're willing, of course, and if you feel that your life doing all of the bad, of course, if you feel that this video is not applicable to you, get out of here. I don't know why you're still watching, but I know a lot of people feel the same way. If you feel that you're living a life that's not purposeful, unfulfilled life, and your negative habits, or your bad habits I should say, are actually annoying you and is frustrating you, then try to focus on these things that I spoke about in the video, because you will come to understand slowly but surely that this will allow you to actually bring about some positive change. I really hope you derived some kind of value from this short video, and on to the next one.